So, what's changed being homeless now with the whole COVID thing going on?
At first, when they started shutting everything down, it was more or less people were just afraid of us because they thought that, because we're homeless, we were going to be the ones that were all getting sick.
Right.
And in fact, through all of it, I actually have not seen one homeless person get COVID. We usually keep to ourselves. A lot of people, like in my backpack, I have a whole medical kit with hand sanitizer. I got gloves. I always carry a mask on me. I always try to be really careful.
Is it harder to get money when you're not wearing a mask, or?
I found out that people are going to give whether you're wearing a mask or not. It makes no difference. Even if I have a mask, they're still afraid of me, strictly because of me being homeless. So the whole mask thing and the gloves doesn't make a difference. They think that we would be the ones that got it the most, and honestly, throughout the whole entire thing, that's not true. I don't. I know the whole entire homeless community, and no one's had it. It's crazy.
Where are you staying?
I have a tent underneath the Monroe Bridge on 75.
Okay, so you're staying outside.
I'm staying outside.
And how about eating wise? Where are you going to eat these days?
It really depends. If I wake up early enough, I can go to St. Peter and Paul. They'll give out breakfast, but during the day, I have to rely on people either giving me money so I can go somewhere and buy food, or just people giving me food. Really hard when it's with no people down here. It's really hard to make money and find food and really survive. For a while, I actually had to leave the downtown area and go other places.
Where'd you go?
Dearborn.
Why Dearborn?
Honestly, because it's an Arab community, and within their religion, they're bound to help people that in need. So
and how'd you do out there?
Good. And the problem is they have a city ordinance where no panhandling. So it ended up being, hey, I can go out there and make, decent money and be okay and be able to sustain myself and get a motel and have enough money to survive and sustain myself. But I risked going to jail and getting $1,000 tickets. And
are you seeing more people come downtown now? Is it getting a little easier to?
I'm seeing more people down here, but it's like at night, a lot of the people, they're not wearing masks, they're not being careful, they're not social distancing, and that makes me nervous because all I do all day.
Are you worried about getting COVID?
Oh, absolutely, because the only thing that I deal with all day is approaching people, asking them for money, and dealing with money. So I'm touching money all day, and I'm talking to people, and I don't know if they're sick or have had it. So it's like every time somebody helps me, it's like, all right, time to go in my backpack and spray myself with hand sanitizer.
And what's happening to the whole homeless population downtown? Are you seeing people, or are people leaving? Have people left?
A lot of people left, but I still see a few people down here. There were a couple of people that stayed, but it got really crazy down here. with the riots and the whole COVID, and no one wanted to be out here during that. People are here. Homeless people too, and you get used to a situation that you shouldn't get used to. No one should get used to having to sleep on the sidewalk, or having to ask people for money. I was raised in a family where you don't do that stuff.
Right.
But I had to learn to adapt to do it because that's what I needed to do in order to be able to survive. If I don't do it, I don't eat, and so I have to do it. But it's like every time I come out, I think to myself, I'm putting myself at risk at getting sick. And if I get sick, I'm not going to go to the hospital because I'm homeless, and they treat homeless people like garbage there. You know what I mean? If I go in there with COVID, I don't think I'm going to come back out. So it's one of those situations where I have to be as careful as possible.